Hey, gorgeous, welcome to the Miracle Magnet Babe podcast. My name is Dori, and I'm a certified manifestation coach, life purpose coach, and my mission is to inspire you to find your true purpose and passion so you can live the life that you were always dreaming about. I'm taking you to a journey with life coaches, manifestation experts, spiritual leaders to help you to uplevel your life, improve your mindset, and use proven methods for your self development. My goal is to help as many women as possible and to create something that can help you to be the best version of you and live your absolute best life. So, hello, good afternoon, everybody. I would like to welcome the beautiful Ashley on today's show. And she is a spiritual business coach and a manifestation expert. And she helps women to become industry leaders and reach financial freedom. And she uses techniques for manifestation, and I know she has a really powerful story that she can share with you guys, and we can learn so much about it. So, thank you, Ashley, for coming on the show today.
And thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So, can you please introduce yourself a little bit? What are you doing exactly, and who you are?
Yeah, so I'm a spiritual business coach and I help entrepreneurs to stand out online and become the next industry leaders in their niche through growing their audience and signing clients. So it's kind of a long story how I got to this point, but I'll try to give you guys the shorter version. Basically, 8 to 9 years ago, I was living with eviction notices on my door almost every month. I had an unemployed boyfriend and a second unemployed roommate, and I
Oh
was
my god.
I know. I'm making $9 an hour and essentially trying to run a household of three, and that did not work out very well at all, as you could imagine. So every single month was a month of struggle and just racing to try to get the rent money together before the eviction was finalized. And because I knew if that happened, I had no place to go. I would end up sleeping in my car. But luckily, I always figured something out, and that never happened. But I was in that struggle for years, and I have no idea how I ended up on this email list. But everything changed the day I got a random email that was just titled Love or Above, and it really intrigued me, so I clicked on it. And it ended up being for a webinar for Christy Marie Sheldon's Love or Above course. And it was the first time I heard about the law of attraction, and I fell in love with it so, so much. It was my first time hearing that everything is energy and that you can get your energy to a certain level to where you can manifest your desires and become an energetic match to what you want to call into your life. And I fell in love with it so much and just started me on this huge journey of wanting to learn as much as I could about manifestation and all things self-development.
Wow.
Basically, all I did with my free time. And what ended up happening as I was seeing all these teachers, I started to believe in myself for the very first time. And I started to believe that I could have better and that I can do better and that I was capable of making it on my own. So I did something that everyone told me was crazy. And that was I broke up with my boyfriend and I ended up moving across town. I was going to go further, but I made $9 an hour at the time. So across town, which was still far enough to where I didn't know anybody and nobody knew me. And I changed my phone number and I cut out every single person in my life.
So, you started a whole different life.
Yeah, the only people I kept in contact with were a couple of family members who already lived across the country. And it was lonely at first, I'm not going to lie, because I didn't have friends anymore. I didn't have anyone I could turn to anymore. But that gave me a lot of time to really look within and to really grow myself and to become the best person that I could possibly be. And from there, I just started manifesting. I manifested better jobs, promotions, and things like that. And fast forward a couple of years, and I I just got married, and
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
thank you. And then I went on my honeymoon, and I realized that I had manifested everything that I wanted. And it didn't look all that impressive to most people. It looked pretty average. But back when I started learning about manifesting, back when I had eviction notices on my door every month, just an average life seemed impossible to me. At this time, I had a very solid, good job that always provided exactly what I needed. I have a loving husband who is supportive and isn't unemployed. And I was able to go on this beautiful vacation in a cabin in the woods, which was something I wouldn't have even been able to dream of back then, because there was no such thing as vacation back then. I was just trying to get rent money. And after a little bit of that, I kind of started wondering, okay, so I manifested everything that I wanted. So what's next?
Wow. Yeah.
Decided to go bigger and dream bigger. And I decided that I wanted to share what I learned with everyone, because it changed my life. So I knew it was going to change so many other people's lives. But the thing was, is I didn't know exactly what that would look like. I just knew I wanted a business that had to do with manifesting. So as you know, with like law of attraction, once you have the desire, the right mentors and the right people kind of just show up. And that's literally what happened to me. I stumbled upon a $30 social media course, and I didn't have a business. So for my homework, I just started doing manifestation content on my social medias. And then from there, Jamie King, who's known as the Slay Coach, ended up stumbling upon me and discovered me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she invited me to one of her Chardonnay and Slay events, which I was so nervous to go to because I didn't have a business. But I went anyway. And she really showed me what it could look like to have a business of this kind. She introduced me to coaches. I met bloggers, and she hooked me up with my first business coach. And the rest, I created Manifesting on Fire, and now I'm an international coach. I made the top 10 for America's Next Top Speaker, and now I'm living a life that I never would have been able to even dream of back then.
Wow, that's all wonderful, and I'm so happy that you made it this far. It's like coming from zero or even below zero and going to like 100%. It's really nice. So now you have a coaching business. That's what you're doing for full time?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, not full time. I still have a 9 to 5. But I do it after work and on the weekends.
Okay. And how are you coaching your clients? What techniques are you using? What's their goal? What's your goal with the clients? What to reach?
So I use a combination of manifestation techniques, influencer marketing, and I give them a combination of mindset, energy, and strategy for them to really thrive. So strategy-wise, a lot of branding and content work to make sure that they really stand out through all the noise on social media, and so that they're not just seen but remembered. And then mindset, making sure that all the fears that come up with entrepreneurship are taken care of. So many people worry about judgment, what my friends and family are going to say, and worry about being seen as themselves. So that, and then the energy piece, helping them to feel really good so they could show up in their business and show up for their audience in their most powerful version.
And you mentioned that you are using influencer marketing. How does that work?
So influencer marketing is kind of like with Instagram. So it's basically you show up as your most authentic, large self, and other people, basically you show yourself so that other people fall in love with you, and so that they know you, like you, and trust you. And therefore, when you have a product or a service that's really in line with what they need, then they trust you and buy it.
And for manifestation, What techniques are you using? Are you doing law of attraction or something else? Are you doing journaling, meditation?
So it's kind of a combination. To me, manifesting isn't just like a tool, it's a lifestyle. So I integrate meditation. I meditate every night. I meditate to music as well. I do journaling, a lot of visualization, working on my mindset constantly, and always looking at how can I show up as my next level self right now, so that when I do show up as my next level self, and I become a match to what my next level self has.
Mm-hmm. So, how is your morning routine look like?
So my morning routine is pretty basic. So on the weekdays, I get up and I get ready for work, have my breakfast, and on my entire way going to work, on the way to the freeway, I always do my gratitude practice, which is where I just go on a gratitude rant, start talking about everything that I'm thankful for, and then for the rest of the drive to work, then I start setting my intentions and like just talking to the universe.
And what are you doing in the evenings? Is it the same gratitude or affirmations, or you do something different?
So my nighttime routine is a bit different. After I come home and work on social media and work with clients, I also work out, have dinner, shower, get things ready for the next day. And then I always do a music meditation time where I turn on my music and I literally meditate to the songs that remind me of what I want to manifest. And I just kind of put my phone on shuffle mode and just whatever feels right at the moment. And I have my crystals beside me, and I'll close my eyes sometimes. Be careful if you close your eyes and dance. Sometimes it's a little difficult. I have to admit there are a couple times where I've almost fallen over, but I haven't. And then at nighttime, I just like to wind down. I might do some journaling work, and I always end the evening with a meditation right before bed.
What kind of meditation are you doing?
So right now, I do something. I kind of do it intuitively now. Something called quantum healing, where I envision like a beautiful white light going through me. Body scan, and then also imagine the white light coming down from the universe into me and through me, and then I go do some visualizations with that.
That's very powerful. I do the same in the evenings. I always do my meditation and then I visualize my goals for the future.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, and it's always kind of weird because it's the same picture coming to my head every single night. Even though I have, 100 different goals and dreams to reach, but it's the picture in my head is always one, the same every day.
What is it?
It's I don't know if you're familiar with those water bungalows in like in Maldives and Bora Bora and these exotic places.
That's awesome.
And they have like a slide going down where people just kind of slide down and go into the ocean. And that's every day, that's on my head, that I want to be that person sliding down to the ocean.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, and that's my screen on the laptop. That's my screen on my phone. And something funny I just did yesterday, I could order my credit card and put a picture on it. So I chose the same picture to put on my new credit card.
That's perfect. That way you see it every single day and it reminds you of it every single day, not just when you go to bed.
Yeah, it's everywhere now. So I'm trying to make sure it's gonna happen sooner or later, but it has to.
Yes, exactly. It has to.
Yeah. So I know that you mentioned about the crystals, which I'm really into them. I love them. Look, I just have a cute necklace.
Oh my gosh. is that I have either one that's exactly like it or that one in a different crystal. I can't tell exactly what color that crystal is, but the chakra one, I
Yeah.
have a clear one of that.
Yeah. I just got it not too long ago on our vacation and I love it. But so, can you share a little bit about your crystals or any other spiritual part of your manifestation or daily life?
So I do use crystals. I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
crystal expert though. Rose quartz is one of my favorites. I also have citrine, which is the manifestation stone, as you probably know. So that's one that I hold a lot during my manifestation meditations with the music. But most of my spiritual practice is mostly around meditation because, and meditation and visualization, because that's really the foundation of everything that I learned. I learned a lot in the very beginning from like Mind Valley, which is all through the meditations, and that's just always lived with me. And that, and just always tapping in and really visualizing my next level self. I do kind of this little game, actually. I
And
call
what
it
is it?
level self game. Okay, so what I do is I'll spend a day where literally I'll just have the notes after my phone, every aspect of my day. I'll ask myself, okay, what would my next level self do right now? And the whole idea of it is to know your next level self and know her life just as much as you know your current self and your current life. And so I'd really take a look at that at the end of the day and see what's different between me now and me
Mm-hmm.
then. What do I do differently? What does she think differently? And all of that. And then I'd like to give her a character name. You could come up with any name that you want. It could be a play on your name or like a cartoon character. And then anytime I either just for fun or if I feel like I need to make a big decision or if I need to show up really powerfully, I'll just kind of say to myself, okay, actually, it's time to be your next level self now. And like a little switch will flip off, kind of like you're playing charades with yourself almost. And it works really well because the subconscious mind really loves games and it breaks down the barriers of like worrying about being an imposter or worrying that people won't believe you. Your brain just kind of sees as like a game, like, okay, games are fun, and this is like charades. Like when you play charades, you're never worrying about whether anyone's buying it. It's just like a game. So that's
Yeah.
what I'll myself.
And I think it's also powerful that you kind of look at the situation from an outside perspective. So maybe you can see different options, different opportunities that you wouldn't see if you don't visualize or you don't imagine what would you do if you would be your higher self.
Yeah.
And so, how is your coaching working? Do you have different programs or do you work one on one? Do you have courses or book or anything that you can share with us?
Yeah, right now I have my one-on-ones. I have a couple different packages with those, whether it's like unlimited or I have bi-weekly, and then I also have a Boxer only, and then I'm also coming out with a course sometime soon, which is going to be called Boss Bitch Academy, which will be all about showing people how to start and grow their businesses with the mindset, the energy, and the strategy all in one.
And I see that you call yourself a spiritual business coach, right?
Yeah.
So, how is the spiritual aspect going to the business coaching? How do you merge these two things?
Yeah, so I found that a lot of entrepreneurs, what they really struggle with to show up powerfully in their business is a lot of the energy aspect. They either feel drained or they don't know how to step into their next level. They don't know how to attract what they want into their life. And I help them to get their vibe right and help them to really feel powerful in their energy so they can show up as their most powerful self and have that convey to their audience through their content, through their videos, and all the things.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So,
If somebody wants to start manifestation, what would be your two, three tips that they can start with?
Well, one of the tips, if you're like brand new, like don't know what manifesting is, I would have them first watch The Secret to get a very good basic understanding of manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Another would be that manifestation is really all about the feelings, to get into that vibe, to be a match for what you want. So just focus on making sure to add as many of those good feelings as you can every single day, and let go of all of the things that are draining you and making you feel like poo every day. And then three would be, let's see, a third tip. Third one would be to meditate right before bed, because that's when your subconscious mind is the most open. So when you visualize and meditate right before bed, it really seeps into your subconscious mind and there's not nearly as much resistance. So if you find that you're having a lot of resistance of really believing that you can have what it is that you truly desire, meditating right before bed is the best time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for sharing. Where can people connect with you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Manifesting on Fire. And if you want to, you could also click the link in my bio. I'm offering right now 3 mini business breakthrough sessions with me. So just click the link in the bio at Manifesting on Fire and you can schedule a call right there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in into today's episode. If you loved and enjoyed the show, please share it with someone else who would enjoy it as well. And also, don't forget to subscribe or turn on the notification so you don't miss out on the next episodes. If you are not following me on social media, please send me some love at Miracle Magnet Babe on Instagram. And if you take a screenshot of today's episode, please post it and tag me. It always makes my day and I can repost it in my story. I love you and I can't wait to share my next episode with you.